Malala's a really good story.
Yeah.
And it's a true story in a way, because it was written by a little girl who, if you don't know her name, Malala, she was a very inspirational... Hold on a second, please. And she was a girl in Pakistan trying to go to school. And unfortunately, there were some people that said she shouldn't be allowed to go to school just because she was a girl. What did she think about that? Did she think that was good or bad?
Bad.
She didn't agree with that, and she bravely kept going. What happened to her? Do you remember? It's been a while since we read it. Well, we'll read and find out, shall we? So it's called Malala's Magic Pencil. Do you believe in magic?
Another one.
You can go get another one. That'll be the last one, Finley. When I was younger, I used to watch a TV show about a boy who had a magic pencil.
That's the last one.
If he was hungry, he drew a bowl of curry and it appeared. If he and his friends were in danger, he drew a police officer. The boy was a little hero, always protecting people who needed help. How I wanted a magic pencil too.
No.
If I had a magic pencil, I would use it to put a lock on my door so my brothers couldn't bother me, stop time so I could sleep for extra hours in the morning, and I would erase the smell of the rubbish dump near our house. What would you do with a magic pencil, guys? What would you do, Leo, with a magic pencil? What would you draw?
I did colours, Daddy.
Okay.
I would then, if there was one ink and saying I want to know what I would do, I would use my magic pencil to make a solid brick of water so it can punch through.
Oh, that would be a good idea. I would use it to make other people happy. I would draw the most beautiful dresses in the world for my mother, the best buildings in the valley for my father so he could open many schools where children could study for free, a proper ball so my brothers and I no longer had to play with an old sock stuffed with rubbish. Oh, we don't even have a football here. That's really sad, isn't it?
Yeah. Pumpkin.
Yeah.
And a spider.
Yeah. Every night before I went to bed, I wished for a magic pencil of my own. And every morning I would wake up and check my cupboard. But the magic pencil was never there.
Well, we can...
One day I was throwing away potato peelings and eggshells at the dump. I was wrinkling my nose, swatting away flies, and making sure I didn't step on anything dirty in my nice shoes, when I saw a girl about my age sorting rubbish into piles. Nearby, boys were fishing for metal scraps using magnets on strings. Why do you suppose they're fishing for things at the dump, Leo?
Because they're very poor and they can't get any fish from the shops.
Yeah, they're very poor, so they have to look for scraps in other people's rubbish, which is really sad. When my father returned home from work, I told him what I'd seen. It made him sad. Abba, I said. Yes, Jenny, he said back. I always liked when he called me dear one. Why haven't I seen that girl in my class? Because, he said, but he didn't finish right away. Because, Jenny, in our country not everyone sends their daughters to school, and some children must work to support their family. Those boys will sell the metal scraps they find. If they went to school, their families would go hungry. School was my favourite place, but I had never considered myself lucky to be able to go. Do you feel lucky to go to school? Absolutely, I feel lucky to teach at a school. My father...
I will go to study.
My father had always said, Malala will live free as a bird. Now I wondered how free I'd truly be. That night I thought about families who didn't have enough food and the girl who couldn't go to school, and even about how when I was older I would be expected to cook and clean for my brothers, because where I came from many girls weren't allowed to become what they dreamed of. I knew that if I had a magic pencil I would use it to draw a better world, a peaceful world. First I would erase war, poverty and hunger. Then I would draw girls and boys together as equals.
George, read another one. Yeah.
If you want to, you can get another one, Finley. We're going to read this one.
That's my brother.
Yeah, it's okay. Over the next few years...
Brother.
What are you?
I'm Finley.
Sorry, Finley, off you go. Instead of wishing for a magic
I
pencil
don't
every night,
want to go.
I work hard in school every day. I wanted to be one of the top students in my class.
I want to read.
But soon, powerful and dangerous men declared that girls were forbidden from attending schools. They walked the streets of our city now, and they carried weapons. One by one, girls stopped coming to school. Abba, where are all the students? They don't feel safe here anymore, Jenny. How could a few men stop all the girls in our valley from going to school? If more people knew what was happening to us, I thought they might help. Wishing wasn't enough. Someone needed to speak out. Why not me? I wrote about what it felt like to be scared to walk to school and how some of my friends had moved away because of the threat they faced in our city. I wrote about how much I loved school and how proud I was of my uniform. Once I started writing, I didn't stop. I wrote speeches and travelled around my country sharing my story. I even talked to a reporter from a famous international newspaper. People actually wanted to learn about my life. I spoke for all the girls in my valley who couldn't speak for themselves.
Why could they not speak for themselves?
Well, Malala was lucky to come from a family where her dad really supported her to do all these things. And lots of girls didn't have that support or didn't have the money or the freedom to do that. And Malala was also just a very special person. She was very brave and she felt if she could help that she should help. Which is a good way of being, isn't it? My voice became so powerful that dangerous men tried to silence me, but they failed. And that picture there is Malala in hospital.
Why?
After she was attacked for what she believed in. Now my voice is louder than ever. Louder because people have joined me, and together we make a chorus, standing up for what we believe. We raise our voices for those in need, help people in danger, even if they are an ocean away. We think of the world as a family. Look at all these people that she's given energy to, and they've all joined in the fight to make sure that girls everywhere can go to school. What do you think with your school would be like if all the girls had to stay home? It would be sad, wouldn't it?
Because I love girls.
Yeah.
Especially my mummy.
She's the best girl, isn't she? Do you still believe in magic? I do. I wrote alone in my room, but people all over the world were reading my story. Millions now know it and help me spread my message of hope. I had at last found the magic I was looking for, in my words and in my work. I am Malala. I've always wished I could make the world a more peaceful place, and every day I work to make my wish come true. And this is what she actually said. So Malala went to a place called the United Nations, where people from all over the world who help run different countries come to work on things together. And she said, one child, one teacher, one book and one pen can change the world. You're a child, aren't you? And you've got a book and a pen. You could change the world with your ideas, couldn't you? That would be something special. That's Malala's message. What a wonderful book. That's her, that's really her as a child, and this is her once she moved to England after what happened. Why did she move to England? She moved to England because we're lucky that England is a place where mostly people encourage this kind of thing, and girls can speak their minds. So I really love that story. It's one of my absolute favourites. She's one of my absolute favourite people. And Leo, do you know what she won? Because people thought she was such a special person, she won a prize called the Nobel Peace Prize for creating so much peace in the world, working hard to help others. It's one of the top prizes in the whole world. Right, everybody, time for us to go. What a lovely 3 stories. Good night. Say goodbye, everybody. Say bye, Leo.